the YTD performance of the PSU Bank Index versus the Bank Nifty, and just shows what a rank underperformer Bank Nifty has been to PSU banks, and thereby the probability of a laggard. So this is the today's chart, but if you put the YTD performance of the PSU Bank Index, this year 37% for the PSU Bank Index, it was 29% just before the day started. Bank Nifty was 1.5% before the day started. It would have gone up a little bit, but 4.2% versus 37% just lays out the contours of where the underperformers have been. So Andrew, you were talking about themes that will outperform because of policy. Policy beneficiaries have done well in the last 12 months to 18 months as is. Would you still bet on them, or would you look for the laggards?
I'm going to buy into where I think the growth is going to be.
Okay.
And the laggards are laggards for some reason, right? So FMCG, you know, I'm more bullish on the kind of premiumization, so that's more beverages. But the action is going to be in capital goods. It's going to be in renewables. It's not going to be in, you know, yes, rural economy might start to pick up, but it's not going to be that the top line is going to grow from, you know, 10% to 35%, right? It's not going to happen. It's going to be a slow burn up for these companies. So I would be where you're going to see huge growth, and I think these are the sectors which you need to be focusing on.
So I was just looking through this piece that the Prime Minister has put out as an op-ed after he's exited Kanyakumari, and I thought it was interesting. And right now we're speaking with the assumptions that the results on June 4th reflect what the exit polls are saying. We're currently talking about what next in a possible Modi 3.0. And I just picked out this piece because he says we will need to make several changes to move forward in the global scenario. We also need to change our traditional thinking regarding reform. Bharat cannot limit reforms to just economic reforms. We must move forward in every aspect of life towards the direction of reforms, and should also align with the aspirations of Viksit Bharat. He goes on to outline 4 directions: speed, scale, scope, and standards. Reiterates, alongside manufacturing, we must also focus on quality and adhere to the mantra of zero defect, zero effect. Now, the next few days, frankly, I think for the market, for policy watchers, is going to be to understand what a 3.0 looks like. More of the same, or new ideas we haven't really thought of. And I want to come to you on this, Nandik, because the big question immediately bogging the market in the last few sessions was minutiae in the larger picture, but is there going to be a change to capital gains tax, a new view on taxation? Now, when you're talking about reforms, not in the traditional sense of reforms, do you think that is going to be a case of adjusting expectations, even from the markets, and what we've traditionally seen as, all right, these are the reforms which are thumbs up, and these are the actions which are thumbs down?
No, I agree with that. So whatever you read broadly covers everything, So if the Prime Minister does anything, that will fall in the definition which has been given. So yes, they will do reforms. That's given. Some amount of taxation change could happen. So, for example, we are very sure that arbitrage taxation, that will go away. So,
arbitrage taxation will go?
Yes.
Okay.
As in, there's an arbitrage and debt funds.
What do you mean when you say taxation and arbitrage will go away? It's taxed as equity currently.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're saying that that'll be taken off?
Yes.
So that doesn't remain attractive anymore because arbitrage is currently giving you what, 8%?
Yes, and the taxation rate is much lower than debt funds. So what is happening is a lot of money is going from debt funds towards arbitrage funds.
Which makes sense. Liquid short-term debt over arbitrage is an easy trade.
Yes, but that means that bank deposits are suffering.
So there will be a push to shore up bank deposits
exactly.
again.
So bank deposit growth is something which they can't let that number be on the lower side. So what's happening now is the industry has grown from 50,000 crores to 2 lakh crores in the last 1 year. If they don't do anything on the taxation part, my guess is this will grow from 2 lakh crores to 5 lakh crores or 6 lakh crores in the next 1 year. So incremental 3 lakh crores goes into those funds, which will hurt your bank deposits.